Hi everybody, my name is Caitlin and welcome to my first YouTube video. So, I decided to make my first YouTube video a video about what books I'm gonna read in the month of April. So, I am going to do something that I kind of randomly do sometimes to find books to read when I have no idea what to read. I unfortunately have a very large TBR list, and I'm sure many of you do as well. So I have decided to do sort of a random selection, also use the Goldilocks Principle to pick these books. So in this here jar, I have 25 different names of books that are on my TBR list. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick 4 of them. From those 4, I am going to read the first page of each 4 of those books. Once I have read that first page, I'm going to pick 2 that I want to read for April just based off of the first page. So, if you guys aren't familiar with the Goldilocks Principle, it's basically from the story of the 3 bears where Goldilocks tries 3 different porridges to find the one that she prefers. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the first page of 4 different books and find 2 that I prefer of the 4. So let's get started. Okay, here is all of the awesome little papers that I wrote books on. So, the first book is, A Heart So Fierce and Broken. I read A Curse So Dark and Lonely in January, and it was good. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite books, but I did enjoy it, and it kind of ended on a cliffhanger, and I want to know what happens. So, that's a good pick. Let me rummage through and get one from the bottom. The next book is Scavenge the Stars. So Scavenge the Stars is actually a book that I got, I believe, in Owl Crate, maybe last year. Can't exactly remember, but I haven't had a chance to read it. So that's exciting. Book number 3, The Night Spinner. Ooh, that's exciting because I actually do really want to read this book. I had a copy gifted to me of The Night Spinner, and then I got a copy in Litjoy Crate. So I have 2 of those actually. I might give one away at some point. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, and then our 4th book is Maximum Ride. Okay, that's cool. So Maximum Ride, I received an ARC of this book from James Patterson Books, or Jimmy Patterson Books. I can't remember which one. I think they're kind of like, they're a little bit different, but actually, it's right here. I received it in this really cool like envelope thing. And this book comes out, I believe, in July, but if you open it up, it has this cool, this girl on it and a hawk, and it says, "Every night I wait this same street corner. They said they would come back for me. They lied." And then you open it up, and there it is. So I think this book is called Hawk. But I called it Maximum Ride because that's what it said on the front of this. But I'm pretty sure it's called Hawk. So let's read the first page together and see what I think of it. It also came with all these feathers inside, so you can see like these little brown feathers everywhere. It's fine. Oh, should I read the prologue first page, or should I read the first page of the first chapter? I'm going to read the first page of the first chapter. I think just in case some of the other books don't have prologues. Yeah, we'll do that way. Okay, so this is Hawk by James Patterson and Gabrielle Charbonnet? Not sure. I'm really bad with authors' names, so you'll notice that in my videos. Okay, let's go. 5:12, splat. I winged and jerked as something wet and gushy exploded on the wall right next to my head. Ick. I wiped rotten onion off my forehead. Its sharp, rancid odor making my nostrils twitch and my eyes tear up. Oh, god damn it, not today. Instinctively, I dropped into a crouch just as a bullet ricocheted off the wall where my head had been. Ooh, this is kind of getting right to it. A bullet, all right. I immediately straightened, eyes easy finding Tony Two Toes and Riccelli? Names, they're hard, I'm telling you. Okay. This is our corner, bitch, Riccelli said. You keep trespassing. Yeah, girls are annoying like that, right? I asked, sounding bored. Whoosh. Tony Two Toes swung his gun butt right at my head with enough force to crack my skull, if he'd managed to make contact. Instead, I leaned way to my right and the gun smashed into the building wall, cracking old plaster and stone and sending chips flying. All right, this started at a very high pace. So, you know, that sounds kind of interesting. I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued. All right, let's pick one of the other ones, and I'm just gonna turn around and get them off my shelf. So let's go with Night Spinner. And this is a retelling of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and it is by Addie Thorley. And the cover is really pretty, if you guys can see how awesome it is. I like it a lot. So let's read the first page. Darkness waits like a devil outside my window, curling its shadowy fingertips beneath the shutters, drawing its inky claws across the latch, raising every hair on my body as temptation trickles down my spine. Enebish, it whispers. Not with words that anyone else can hear, the ghostly plea lives inside my mind, inside my entire being, coursing through my veins like blood and filling my lungs with breath. I grit my teeth and nestle deeper into my bedroll. One hand clenched around my prayer doll, the other fingering the small circular stone embedded at the base of my throat. The harder I press, the quicker its calming tingles flow into my bloodstream, filling me with warmth and steadiness and light. Oh, I like this. That sounds really good. That was good writing. Okay. I'll be honest, I like this one more than the Hawk. So this is my top so far, but let's try one of the other ones. So we have Scavenge the Stars, which also has a really pretty cover. This is by Tara Sim, and I honestly don't know what this is about. So let's just get right into reading the first page. Okay, it starts with a little quote at the top and then the chapter. The most basic rule of water, better to be above than below. The view from southerly and maritime history. The first thing Silverfish had learned on board the Brackish was how to hold a knife. Not the useful kind that could gut a man, but something smaller, duller, and better suited for a child's grip. The second thing Silverfish had learned was just how much a fish's innards could stink. How the odor clung to her hands for days after she'd worked the gutting deck, where offal and grime stubbornly adhered to the ship's lacquered wood. She had been forced to get used to these lessons over the last 7 years, and embittering and eroding her like salt on stone. Now, as Silverfish worked, the wailing of seagulls above her, as familiar as a lullaby, she ignored how the slime of a sturgeon stung her withered hands. Although she had once again been assigned to the foulest corner of the ship, she couldn't help but smile. I do love a good book that's on a ship and is about pirates. I wonder if this is about pirates, but I don't know. That's very interesting. Okay. I think Night Spinner is still number 1. This is number 2 for me, and then the Hawk. So I'm going to say Hawk is out. We have annihilated one of the 4 books. And the very last book is A Heart So Fierce and Broken. All right, and this is by Brigid Kemmerer. And like I said, this is the second book to a series, Curse So Dark and Lonely. So let's get to it. Let's read the first chapter. I'm not going to explain to you guys what the first book was about because I don't want to give any spoilers to anybody. Although I guess reading the first chapter might give a spoiler, who knows. But this is kind of, it's almost a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, basically. The first book was, at least. I have no idea what to expect with the second book because I feel like we kind of, well, I guess we didn't really, I'm not going to go further. Anyway, let's read the first chapter. Okay, Harper. I miss knowing exactly what time it is. It's one of the few things I regret leaving behind in Washington, D.C., but when darkness has fallen, dinner feels like a distant memory, and Wren has still not returned to his chambers. I want to know what time it is. I'm no stranger to waiting in the darkness, but when I was on the streets, I had my brother's cell phone, and I'd count every minute. Now I'm Princess Harper of Dissy, and Emberfall hasn't advanced to the point of having electricity. Wren and I have separated chambers, befitting the crown prince and the lady he's to ally his kingdom with, but he always visits before retiring to his own room. He's never been this late, or I don't think he has. The heat of the day has bled off, leaving cool air to stream through my open windows, and my fire has fallen to glowing embers. Outside, torches flicker on the guard posts that surround Iron Rose. Okay. That last sentence is not finished. It's on the next page, but I'm not going to go on. I feel like because I read the first book, I want to read this one because I want to know what happens. So, yeah, I'm going to pick I forgot the name for a second. A Heart So Fierce and Broken to read in the month of April. And then we have just 2 books to pick from. And this is kind of hard, but I think I'm going to go with the Night Spinner. It sounds interesting. I really liked the writing of this one. It flowed a little nicer for me than the writing of Scavenge the Stars. So we're going to go with the Night Spinner. Cool. 2 books for April. If you guys are wondering why I'm only picking 2 books for the month of April, I am an extremely slow reader. It takes me forever to get through 1 book, so I didn't want to overwhelm myself and try to go for, say, 4 or 5 books for the month of April. So I'm doing 2. If I finish these 2 books like midway through April, then I will do this same thing that I just did to pick 2 more books for the rest of April. So I hope you guys liked this video of how I pick books to read. Please comment below if you liked this. Any sort of anything would be helpful because this is my first video, like I said. Thank you so much for watching. I forgot to say that my channel is Balancing Books and Coffee because I'm an accountant and I love books and I love coffee equally. So yeah. But again, my name is Caitlin. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you like this video.